My horses should be coming up the pathway that leads to the main road. The cart has gone that way. You are coming up behind them. Where are my horses? Where are all of my horses?
Apparently we went the wrong way. We gotta turn around and come back.
There you are.
I'm just doing what I can.
Marcus, you're going to need to rotate quickly. Next horse that passes
Down the
by the
road,
wagon,
quickly.
they've gotten stuck. The wheel is damaged. The player
This way.
character's cart is stuck in the road. My horse is approaching. All right, you guys are gonna pass them. You're gonna do a drive-by. Daniel is going to unseat one of you. He's gotten an 18. Jazkin, you are unseated. Are my horses close by? All of my horses.
With me. With me. Follow me.
You are going to go down.
Weapons out.
There's horses over there.
You need to hurry, Bargo. Not that cart, the other one.
Well, I can spawn in as another rider. I'm close by.
Riders, catch that cart. Be moving alongside it.
Get the cart.
You are going to fight with some of them in melee.
On the right!
You are having a very hard time controlling the vehicle. Oh, shit.
Jazz King, you're going to drive fast, and when you get shot, you're going to fall off your horse dead.
I'm gonna try and tackle the driver off.
Pause!
Should the guards at the gate engage?
Marcus, as the wheel is wobbling, the man on horseback in the specialized armor turns and
Fargo
comes
told them
straight
which
for,
is the good
for
cart.
the cart. Getting off the horse, he dives for you. And Marcus, with a critical 1, he takes you out of the driver's seat completely. Unpause. Guards at the gate, you notice that it is stalled. The cart stalled. You see Stefano waving to you. But with a 16, you managed to roll out of the way.
You can't see me in the dark, bad boy. It's too close, there's no point.
Heading back?
There's no point. Pull back. What lives don't need to be lost. Go back. Really? Fall back. There's no more need for more bloodshed.
Next time, then.
There'll be plenty of blood at the wall soon enough.
Threw me on my horse.
At least you're in one piece. That's all that matters, really.
I suppose.
It's just lumber. We don't really need it. There's plenty more lumber back at the camp. Aldous is in its death throes. They know it.
And if they don't know it, then their people sure do know it.
They will by tomorrow. Good shit. Hold on.
Everyone who was a robber baron man, I want you inside the city. I want you as a Radad soldier. You're gonna be coming out to meet them. Sergeant Stefano has been critically injured.
How many am I looking at here?
A large number of members of the Carter's Guild.
Okay, come on. Come on.
Where's the fucking sergeant?
I don't know.
Not well, mostly
There should be some
asleep.
inside.
Bring them inside, we'll rouse them.
Oh shit.
Sergeant, go rouse any of the surgeons that are on hand, please.
Understood, sir.
Do so quickly. Care to explain?
What?
The injuries. What caused them?
Robber baron.
This far. Last report told
Pardon
us
me.
they stopped over at the embassy.
They control the lumber yard.
It's a bit worse than I had heard. Very well. The surgeons are on the way. If you want to help your friends, apply pressure to their wounds, please.
Roger, that crash coming back.
Sergeant, you look a little worse for wear.
Yeah. That's what I get for my hubris, huh?
Have you ever been stabbed before?
A couple times.
Then you know you'll be damn fine. What about this one?
Slow breaths. Deep.
Looks like she got hit in the head. Badly.
You've got to be fine. Two injured. See to it.
Understood.
Seth.
I'll get the one on the right.
You get this one, I get this one.
Alright.
Collapsed. I think the wound is very critical.
What am I looking at here?
Confirmation.
Stand by.
All of the clinic staff have +4s to the rolls, correct?
All the surgeons, yes.
Surgeons, understood.
These are the two surgeons on hand right now.
What am I looking at here?
Face. Basically. Let's get a look at this here. Okay.
Looking at it.
His midsection has been impaled, and there is severe blunt force damage. You would suspect a polearm moving at high speed.
Ooh. Yeah, that's
Be aware,
bad.
we were given the order by
Alright.
Kylo to escort. I do not
How
have darkness on
attached
that
are you
still.
to this uniform?
I'm going to need a roll over here.
Shit about it.
Shit. There, surgeon. Don't
Repeat that, 10 words or less.
Bargo ordered arrest by Kyler.
I will do my best, sir.
From what it looks like, they left nothing.
To be arrested?
So that's partially good, partially bad.
Tyler said
You're
arrest
bleeding.
Bargo to gaggle of guards.
Yeah.
Oh, I can...
Let's just get this.
Understood. He's a noble. I believe he can call for that.
I think he overheard mine and Exeter's conversation about Bargo helping us.
What he doesn't know is that helping us is getting our families out of Nodis.
I heard that enough.
That's
I've
fine.
done nothing to help them.
Did they kill the guy on the ground
we have
that I
a
was?
prisoner. We'll figure it out from him. In the meantime,
Or did they take him back in? Or did I die?
hold him.
Arms behind your back, now.
And keep.
I hope this is a misunderstanding. This is a misunderstanding.
In
Bargo.
keep.
It is. Go bomb. I will.
Helping the little barons. You will vouch for him.
Hella has all the records.
Don't get an explanation.
Hold on. Hold on.
You've been vouched for. Don't leave the city until then. We'll hear from this other person.
It's gonna taste like hot water that's been boiling for way too long. But, you know, these potions aren't meant to taste good, are they? Okay. Let's see. Well, other than that slight impairment,
I was able to staunch the bleeding and reset her nose, but
Good.
any other discomforts you feel?
the bandages are going to have to be on for a while.
Still out cold, I assume.
No.
Yes, if you're not currently in or involved in any of the scenes at the clinic, you are free to respawn. Thank you very
You've
much.
done your duty.
No.
Good. See
The
to
module
others.
is now over.
Alright, well.
The up front, or it's just him?
Make sure there's no one else out front that's been stupid
But
and
I
not getting
keep that
treated.
bandaging on for about a
Yes,
day
sir.
or two, just in case.
She'll
The
probably
potion
wake
will
up
help
eventually. There's nothing
flesh mending
deadly.
itself, but
And I think
you
it'd be
never
one
want
to
to take risks, you know. If that wound reopens,
You are
it's
correct.
twice as hard to close it.
Good to see I'm still astute.
You don't gotta tell me anymore, huh?
Excellent. Alright, well, I hope you had a pleasant stay.
Don't tell me you hope I have a good
And,
day. Oh, fuck you, huh?
I was gonna say have a good night. Sleep well, princess. And, I hope you enjoy your stay. How's this one looking?
According to previous doctor, reset everything, did what they could, she's just out cold.
Perfect. Alright. What about you, old man? Need anything? Water? Got some berries upstairs?
What's her charge going to be for this care, I may ask?
Well, since I wasn't the one operating on her, I don't know what they
The
used
charge
on
is
her.
waived.
Understood. Nothing. Again,
Seat on this
water,
bench over here.
berries, crackers, anything?
I'm fine, thank
That's
you.
a bit.
Understood. Have a nice night.
Mhm.
Well,
Inquisitor?
you know what? Yes, lay down, come here.
Why does everyone who comes in here dressed like a bandit?
Yeah, that's a great question,
I
sir.
think it's a local fashion statement, sir.
And then you wonder why they're getting stabbed so often. It's a joke, North woman. Yeah, fuck you too.
Yep. This is you, sir. What am I looking at here?
When I got hit by a fucking
I don't know if you can hear me.
it broke my rib.
Major injury. Right. Going to need to reset that rib back in place. Alright.
You about ready, Onion? I'm about to come find you.
This is going to hurt.
She was conscious. She would
Just in this charging. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, charge all
I got
these.
30% on my feet.
Right there.
Piece of sail.
Going to need to put this here. Keep that straight.
I don't know if you're going to wake up tonight, but I wanted to give you that.
Right. Could you come here for a moment?
What do you need?
Stop.
Keep them straight. Need to split the rib here, as it is broken. Needs to be reset. Give it time to heal.
Any of you available to check on her? She's kind of moving around and making some noise.
Keep pressure on this wound. Go
She's
check
probably slowly coming to. She had an abrasion to her head. Likely a migraine. She wasn't poisoned, I checked.
Oh, we need a roll.
The front door opens and several footsteps enter the building.
I suppose you would know. Yes.
Yes, me being a snake and all.
Oh my god. Let's just go check on him.
How about you have the
Just
surgeons
letting
take a look?
ourselves in. Do you need something? Are you injured?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Shall I make an appointment?
Yes, please do. Go around the front of the desk and write on the table.
All right.
Get back here, you idiot. What's wrong with you?
You would see a large gash to the side.
We only have one surgeon. Keep pressure on its back right bed. Take the helmet off.
Spear to the bicep.
Can you breathe all right?
I hope you'll explain this at
Pretty
some
bad.
point, Lord Erdon. Go get looked up.
Sure.
Politics later. Who the fuck are you? Take your hood off.
Yeah, smells like
I'll give you the option to get the fuck out instead.
Iron?
iron. Yeah.
What do you need?
Leave the bandages on for iron.
Nearly pressurizing the wounds. That's all.
You start to hear ringing.
If you're not injured, you can wait out here. If you are injured, get treated.
Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. You, sir!
No.
What am I looking at here?
Basic aid.
Hello there, surgeon. You would see one large saber slash across the side.
Need to suture.
Everyone else is up and walking, if that's what you mean.
Bring him over.
Everyone
Bring
else is
myself.
treated as being treated here.
Alright. So I'm going to need to stitch this up, then proceed to bandage it. Needs to be disinfected. Do we have any salve, doctor?
Something too many cooks.
We do, but first get the bleeding stopped.
Oh, of course, of course. It's going to hurt. Here, take this cloth. Bite down on it.
We'll need the cloth just to do it.
Surgeon, the Lord. Over here.
Yeah, right.
Sergeant,
Show me where.
Yes.
are you
Spear to the
surgeon?
bicep. I seem to be the Lord's
My head hurts.
treatment as is a priority.
Can you
Really
see this
bad.
treatment
Yeah.
a little bit farther back in my clinic?
You got a pretty good shine room there, I'm sure.
First I'll
Nothing's going to happen to him.
That's why you need to get yourself a helmet. You're going to be taking blows
Thank
like
you.
that. Trust me.
While we're waiting.
I mean,
What's the
Make your surgeon fancy, and you don't want them to have shaky hands.
Good
I
thing you
don't
didn't bite
think.
down on the cloth.
Right.
I'm fine.
But if they punch you in the
blood
face
down.
or hit you on the top of the head?
I will not argue with that there.
punch in the face.
Kind of sting a
actually,
bit.
So,
That is a 16 plus 4 for a 20.
Well, now you know why
It's not
a
Soma's
knife
hand,
flush to your
but it
face
is
not the
a
best for actual protection.
Skilled hand nonetheless.
When you push him, well, you need to
Don't
wear a
feel
helmet,
much pain as
something
it is
that
his work.
sticks
It
out
is
and blocks the blow.
surprisingly skillful.
It's good for you know.
Seems fine.
it's
You've got this.
cheap,
Gonna check on the other one.
but you need something a little bit heavier.
Just make sure there's no more bleeding out in any of them.
In case it opens up, the bandage should be able to
Which
help out with that.
in that you were.
You need any help, Surgeon?
Just will need the gods to decide his fate, I
Gods condition.
suppose.
Is he dead yet?
There's a slight pain as you
Can't get your
embrace
hopes
him,
up.
but you're vulnerable.
There's always
Hit
tomorrow.
by a
my
spear,
dear.
but he's fine.
the good news is I have more glamour root in my store. So
Long story short, we
You would say Marcus's head is
sorted
already
out into
bandaged
the
from
I
previous
suppose
injuries.
silver
woodworkers clinic to retrieve, woodworkers area to retrieve some of the supplies.
it's so
And
handy. I got
some
stabbed.
prisoners
earlier,
managed
so
to
now
get the
I have
wood
stuff for
that was
myself.
stockpiled there. So now we should better at least build the walls and maybe a gate or two. I guess that can be said, yes.
We also reclaim the prisoners.
Oh, great deal.
Just got finished restocking the bandages.
Gerald D20.
Brought them from unfortunate.
DM is present.
Never mind, DM's got it. They need a roll. You didn't want my roll anyway.
Rolling.
Maybe
Well, I got a 19. What did you get?
Take away the 9.
19.
You were saying.
10?
It is a 19.
doors.
Thank you.
The amount of wood you brought back should be enough to shore up some of the gates.
Try not to move too much,
And
don't
perhaps
open
get
up
some
the stitching.
walkways on our walls so they can actually be manned. Well done.
That'd be nice. Of course.
I'll get right on that in the morning.
We're a bit
If you're not falling
concerned.
apart still.
Hey, don't.
Right.
Get up, yep.
There's a previous group that had gone out before you, Mercenaries Guild. The stone quarry was almost burned to the ground, all the cranes and such. It's going to take an investment to fix it. But we have the manpower at least. There's some new face circulating around these Robber Baron, Backwater Rebels, Pasha, I think his name is, bested Aegon in combat, and now it's becoming some sort of battle cry. Pathetic, really. So everyone's in one piece. Good, Surgeon, you did your job. Now make sure they all pay 4 silver each.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, the man. 4 silver.
Were either of you injured?
It is 4 silver, right? Or was it 6?
Hospital bill.
No. But the one that's not.
If we include all the treatment plus the entrance fee, it would be 4.
Yeah, we'll go for 4 right now.
Okay, question.
Thank you.
Good man.
They wash their bloody hands. And
You got that payment back there, Doctor?
They are.
Please, second.
Don't forget to log them in the book.
I mean, you
before
could
they leave.
probably
This is
refuse
covered
as
in
a
blood.
label,
Yes,
but bad look for you. Good that you give
I
back.
could. Yes.
Just
Can we see that?
you don't need to log names or anything. It's just treatments done in the day, so we know we have the proper amount.
Yes.
Alright, if you're not dying, get out of my clinic. Unless the surgeon told you to stay there.
Your mind races.
Roland.
And you cannot help but wonder what it was you saw.
I'll come by to take another
The
look at
surgeon's
you.
eyes earlier today.
Also, the 2 at the front.
If you scowl any harder, you'll melt my mask.
I don't want any stitching breaking.
Oh, jeez. Just a rough day.
If any stitching opens up,
They look like shit.
or
I believe you.
it begins to feel like it's infected, please come back
Feel like it.
immediately. And again, if your vision gets foggy, or you start hearing ringing where it shouldn't be happening, you know what to do.
Yeah.
Alright, good,
What
good.
happened?
Thank you, Surgeon.
What happened to her?
She took a head injury, opened it up,
How much was in there?
knocked out, clean.
I'm glad you asked.
You know, I would say stay away from alcohol, but I don't think you'll listen to that.
Yeah. No. I'm about to mix
That's like
Glimmerroot
bit
and
of a blood
alcohol
thinner.
again, actually.
No, you're not drinking alcohol with a head injury. Torty, it's the last thing you drink.
It'll make it bleed more.
On that 20
But that hurts a
Yeah.
lot.
against one of the
Yes.
That guy had
Couple silver and a
Will stop you from drinking alcohol.
Decided to get treatment here instead of all that.
Alright, let's
Okay.
disperse, everyone.
Am I sliding?
I always have
Yeah.
to go get more from the
Yeah,
doctor.
sure.
Alright, your lordship, take a raggedy militia out.
Haven't had time now.
Come on, Raggedies. Let's get out of here.
It's already logged them.
Yay!
Thanks again for the
Not their
treatment.
name. Not their names.
Good to see you all in one piece.
Oh, that was my arm falling asleep.
Well, most of you.
Okay.
Still deciding about the Bjorning woman, she's a bit of a prick.
Come on, you two.
This is your responsibility, not me.
Ah, yes, Lots, you missed everything.
I need to go move somewhere before I can stop.
Oh,
moving.
did I? Well,
Yeah,
fuck.
you go do that.
Thank you.
Yes, I like that. Anyone who came out. Benefit.
Well, that sucks.
Seems like we don't get it at all.
Was Basil ever given the cure?
That's good.
Nope.
Oh, they probably need it more than we did.
A glass to go, if you'd be so kind.
Next time we send them out there.
Also,
I guess my message never got to you.
Oh, those paying people.
Message.
She wants your
What
pay.
message?
Oh, yeah.
That I wanted to speak with you.
No,
But
it
you're
didn't.
probably going to be busy.
Do you have a spare room?
For the most part.
I'm going to grab my Glimmerroot from my shop. I'll be right back.
I have to take care of something a little bit urgent tonight. They'll be around later.
It's fine.
room on your left.
Okay, I'll be awake. Probably at the docks or something. Thank you.
I still need to get. What is Aaron? Where is he?
What can I say? After you're done, why don't you come walk with me?
Going to have some explaining.
If you can follow me a bag or two, I can dish it out.
Every time I see you, you've been.
I'm with you the whole night. I just need to give it to him.
That's not very lucky.
Is it luck? Or do you
Are you
go
gonna say
traveling
it, or are you gonna be?
Let's go.
No,
Did you
they.
get the total?
Well,
Yes, I did give.
yeah, I got my
the reward
payment.
total.
Thank you.
Mm.
Don't try running headfirst into danger. I just try my best, and then sometimes danger runs headfirst into me.
Well, she's not going to leave without checking in with you.
Look like the fucking stables.
Your father's worried about you. You should tend to him too.
Yeah. I'll see you.
Better be good, whatever the fuck.
You can count on it.
So you're not wrong, good bomb. Everyone who wants to talk to you is bad news.
Yes. Funny how that.
I saw you leave the clinic. Are you okay?
Aaron or Tiberius?
Let's see if I can find.
Straight from the counter.
Is anyone home?
Yeah?
I'm at Elle's door.
Elle's not at her door.
Well, that's where he's looking.
Oh my god, I'm not even there.
That's where he's looking.
I'm at the fucking alchemy shop. That's where I stay. I'm not going. Fucking bang on my door.
I guess I'll go check the alchemy shop.
No, I'm already got up. I'm.
She's usually in there with a bunch of strange men. Might as well go check. No one else? Just you?
Just me. You know, to sneak up on me like that.
Sneak? I wasn't sneaking. I merely walked up the stairs.
Hmm.
Maybe you're drowned in your own thoughts.
Maybe. Yeah. Can I help you?
I don't know. I haven't interrogated you yet.
Ah.
I figured
What sort of answers do you want out of me tonight, Inquisitor?
I figured if I'm smart and word myself carefully, I might get you to trip up here and there.
Well, go ahead.
Fresh out of ideas.
Ah. Shame.
Saw you having
So
a bit
really
of
what takes you here?
I saw you having a bit of a talk with Vezrin earlier. I didn't mean to interrupt it, but I did have business.
No, it's fine.
It's good
I
when
was
you...
giving him something that belonged to him.
It's good that you left when you did anyway. Things fell apart quite fast.
So I heard. Men with necklaces, heads exploding. Pink mist.
That's exactly what it was. Yelling about him having an artifact. Where is it? Is what they said.
Interesting. Think he actually has one?
I know that you all have one.
You think they would know about that?
I don't know anything because none of you people tell me anything. I have to speculate, you see. Speculate.
Were they elves?
I only saw one of their heads. Human. One of them for certain.
It never came to town, the artifact. There's no reason to think it was here.
I don't know how people with magical means, or whatever you would call it, would know about something like that anyway, without being directly shown it. But what do I know about these things anyway? Yes.
I did have a talk with Vestrin tonight. Beyond just, you know, the mist and the heads exploding and the attack.
And how did that go?
Well, actually.
Man seems like he needs some sort of closure, and so do you.
He was close with Jensen. That's why I was there. I was giving him something of Jensen's.
The sweater.
That they shared. Yeah.
They showed it to me.
Jensen's mother made two of them. One for Vestrin and one for him. Matching.
How horrific.
Sentimental.
No, of course. I jest. Yes, he had shown me. We were having a conversation about humanization, I believe. He admitted he can't humanize me because he doesn't know me, because I wear a mask.
Mm. You ever going to take it off?
If I had a reason to take it off, then everything's fallen apart already. Likely not.
That bad?
That bad. Doesn't really matter though, does it?
No, I guess not.
What?
The other thing you told me about a few weeks ago.
Two things cross your mind. If the Inquisitor
I still want to go.
nature important,
Go with what?
You. When you go.
Are you mad?
No.
You want to come with me to the Snaketail Marsh. Do you know what kind of
I wasn't lying
creatures...
before.
Do you know what kind of creatures might be there?
They can't be any worse than what I saw.
It gets very bad in some places, but the light has not touched.
That I know.
Everyone states that they know until the time comes. That's why I said half of those people that...
Before, but I know now.
I tried to warn you all. I offered Mr. Vezran to take me. And I'm not the one to kind of wait until I can cash in the I told you so, but he should have done so. I get the stigmatization. I get that at the end of the day we're enemies. But the things down there don't care about what we are. They'll kill us all equally.
How much of down there would have ended up in a report?
I don't know. I don't know what was found down there.
I'm not changing my mind.
What would even be the purpose?
I want to see it for myself. What you think's there?
Oh. That's what you're worried about. And why does that concern you?
Why doesn't it?
That's not the kind of question you can answer with a question. If you know why I'm so interested in going to Snaketail Marsh, why do you want to go?
I want to see if it's true.
If what's true, Elle?
If there's a corrupted dryad there. Like you said.
What I think is corrupted may not be what you think is corrupted. But I know there's a dryad there.
Why are you stepping back and saying it's not corrupted? Or that we'll have a different definition?
I'm saying that your definition might be different than mine, still. It took you some convincing to understand what I meant about monsters, but some are far more subtle, myself. They act very much like us. They speak like us.
Doesn't make
Sergeant's,
them any less monsters.
Sergeant's listless and doesn't know what to do with himself.
I know he stopped by earlier. Asked if there's anything to... not medically heal.
Those scars on his back will never go away. I've got a few myself. I feel like everyone gets lashed at some point.
Waiting for my turn.
The way that you operate, I'm sure it'll come soon enough.
Great.
You gotta take a walk.
How in trouble do men of the... Sure.
Whether or not have people
I plead
listen
against the
on us.
Imperial rules.
Rules of what?
What they can and can't do. Pipeweed on that list.
The most rank and file, you have to understand, is not exactly someone who's watching what I'm up to.
Then I'll never mention it. How I solved this problem.
Good that you don't. You came knocking on this door for about 30 minutes. Do you not live there anymore?
I don't stay there now.
Right.
A little hard to right now.
No, that makes sense. I wasn't thinking. Suppose I'd have to admit I'm somewhat preoccupied myself.
Did we see her?
See who?
You know who. In the caravan.
I'm not following.
Did we miss Laudia?
She was on that cart, all right. You've got nothing to blame yourself over. You pointed it out to me, but I didn't feel like spilling blood. What would be the point?
There wouldn't have been. We had no way of knowing.
I had no wish for it. There's been plenty of bloodshed. Who is that man? I've seen him skulking about. Sticking to Miss Venora.
The farmer.
The farmer. Full plate.
Full plate.
Shouldn't be surprised after everything I've heard about the people of Ledford and whatnot.
He fancies her.
Venora.
Hmm.
The woman of books and plants.
One and the same? Yeah. Is it true about Ludwig?
He did something immensely stupid and has now set himself up for
Yes.
execution. Yes. He's a fool,
When?
man. I'm going to give him a chance to be useful before he dies. I'm not going to line him up against the wall and shoot him. I'm going to use him as bait. When that Risa thing comes back, give him a chance to redeem himself.
You think he'd want, or she'd want him?
If she gets between her and whatever she wants, yes.
You're gonna put him in between Soma. I see.
I'll probably rig him up with a bunch of Sotar's mercy. Hide it underneath his clothing. When the bitch gets close enough, light him up. Should level a building.
You think it'll work?
No.
Kill her.
I think she's too smart for that. But I'm willing to try. For the sake of trying. Inquisitive is in the name, after all. Why, Miss L, do you have a better idea?
No. Not at all. It's just curious is all. You think you'll get her back? Claudia.
No. No, I don't. What she did was stupid. It's good to have morals, but when morals overshadow your common sense, people die. She couldn't understand that a few common folk going hungry during some stupid festival that shouldn't even matter. You shouldn't have dictated her to go out in the middle of the night, but she did it. And then that bloody fool. Ugh. A disgraced knight by the name of Exeter broke into Major Dario's office. Stole the battle lines. Great. Well, he's a traitor now, and when we find him, he will be executed. He is the reason the Redod front line was shattered today. Have you even heard about that?
I saw this morning the men coming back.
The entire army, all 700, are setting up palisades and tents just up the road.
Great.
They can't move their siege equipment up yet because they're using it all to hammer the embassy. Apparently that's Erdhart and 80 or so men are garrisoning the walls. So perhaps it'll buy us a few days.
A few days to do what?
Die slower, I suppose. Well, I won't. I'll be on the ships.
Lucky you.
You can come with.
A maiden on a ship.
I wouldn't say be a guest. You'd be registered as a slave, obviously. That was a joke.
I don't think there's any getting out of here. And it's not for me.
You're not going to hide in your grove.
No.
For a woman that has a grove, you really don't seem to care very much about it. Can I ask you a question, myself?
Sure.
Something that was in the back of my head for a bit. That I had wondered about. I'd spoken to Miss Venora. I asked her how she knew that Miss Ladia had been taken by the robber baron's men. You see, someone's intent is very important. And figuring out what's going through their head or what they mean, because context is everything. But she had said that one of her wood elves had spotted this take place. Ownership. One of my wood elves.
Because it's true. I'm not their leader.
And you're insinuating
She speaks for them.
she speaks for the wood elves.
She is their leader, their speaker, not I. That's why I'm not attached to the grove.
The man that I serve under, Oleander, is very well versed in this kind of thing. The one thing about a grove that makes it very easy to understand is the hierarchy is very simple. You have a dryad, you have a chieftain, and you have the maiden. No one else.
She is essentially their chieftain.
This would be
When
the
the dryad
first
left.
that I've ever heard of a female chieftain.
What she is. At least to them.
Hmm.
When the dryad left, I didn't want any claim. I think you know why.
I have my suspicions. And yet here you are. So you rather want to die in this city than go back and hide where you could?
Oh, much more. At least right now. You consider that thing that's in there. I lost everything for it. Because of it. Why would I want to be anywhere near it?
Valid point. I know that I wouldn't, so I can't blame you.
So if the robber baron comes, I shall be here. I go there only when I'm needed or asked. And that's it. And even now, they would not. They know better. So say we do survive this. I survive this. Since there's no question about you.
True.
The marsh.
You're still on that, are you?
Quite.
Are you hoping to find something there? Is there something you're not telling me?
No. If there was, I would tell you.
I want to believe that.
But all I have now about that place is what you've told me about it. And what you've told me about how many groves there are left.
Not many at all.
And you know which ones I'm not from.
I see what you're saying. What happens when you find out something that attaches you there or brings you there?
Do you plan to kill that dryad?
Absolutely.
Then I'll tell her to seek forgiveness.
There's a bitterness in your voice I can't quite place.
Did I not tell you?
Tell me what?
My first memory. Yes, I think it is. We got out of that place after everything had happened. And I saw woods surrounding me. And a dryad hovering over me, telling me to seek forgiveness.
Ironic. To have
Isn't
a
it?
parasite tell you to seek something. And these things are only built to absorb and take and leech from everything around them. Perhaps even now it's trying to pull you back into the fold. Maybe you have something it wants.
Maybe.
Maybe it's lost
Which is why I wish to go with you.
Maybe it's lost its other maidens. You must be careful you aren't used by it.
I don't think that's going to happen again.
Yes, well, when we think that we've avoided a fate and we get complacent, things can happen to change our understanding of the situation. And we wind up victims anyway.
But I recognize I won't survive, most likely, if I go there, and there's monsters.
If they go there, it's likely these creatures would tear you apart if you didn't know what you were doing.
Well, then show me what to do.
Show you what to do.
I can handle myself with a bow, but I can't do shit up close. I told you that already.
Why are you so eager to get yourself killed?
I'm not.
You are.
Which is why I'm asking.
You absolutely are. Why is this? Are you that rattled by what's happened in the past few days?
It has nothing to do with the last few days. I'm tired of running. The moment anything comes at me, I run. I have to run.
There'd be a lot of people angry at me if I was the reason you got killed.
Well then, make sure I don't get killed.
How ironic.
If you can't, I understand. I'm sure your mentor would have a problem with it.
My mentor has nothing to do with it. And is not here. My colleague, Victor, however, will be here in 4 or so days. And that I can do nothing about. So perhaps it would be wise to stay in your grove for a few days.
Thought you said he would have no interest in me.
He's called a mad dog for a reason. You asked me to
He said
predict.
he only wants Erdhart.
Yes, and if he thinks that he can leverage anyone, he knows he's an honorable old fool. If we're lucky, he'll die in the siege.
You think he would defend this place?
Here? No. He's garrisoned the embassy and is surrounded by the robber baron's army with only 80 men. He's isolated and alone. He's already under siege. He won't last but a day, likely.
That old dog has already said he'll have nothing to do with us once Victor arrives.
Do you really think a monster like him wouldn't look at you and try to destroy you immediately? For no reason other than he just could.
Then would I not be safer within the city? Where eyes are on me.
What the barons will do. If they are so very terrified of losing that they might give anything over to the Inquisition to get what they want. I've watched it happen.
I can hide.
It would be best if you did. And anyone else that might take his eye out.
For how long do I hide then? Until he's gone?
If you were wise.
Days, weeks, months?
Years if you must.
And be trapped in that hell.
Would you rather burn on a pyre?
Almost.
No, you don't.
You do not understand what I went through in Adwick.
And you do not understand how long and slow of a process that is. And it is agonizing. And you'll wish for anything else, anything. You'll wish for the grove before it's done. Don't be foolish. Would you rather I lied to you? Fed into whatever you want to think? Add to your rebellious nature and make you think you can rage against the machine all you want and come out on top just because you had the will for it? You won't. You can't. You won't. You either want to die or you want to live. And from what you've told me, other people have already paid the price to ensure that you live. So it probably should not be your choice anymore. You've been given this chance. Do not let a man, a monster, like Victor Van Gaal be the reason why that's stolen away out of your fingers. Is that so hard to see?
To lose my freedom again.
Would you rather lose your freedom for a limited amount of time or lose your life?
I can't protect anything from in there.
You can't protect anyone from him. Trust me. You're so bloody foolish. Do you know that? For someone who's supposed to be wise and live for thousands of years, you have such a strange concept.
I don't remember thousands of years.
That doesn't matter. That is completely irrelevant. The fact remains, you are throwing something away. That could be used to
You
what?
wish to live thousands of years.
I never said that, but we are dealt the cards that we are.
I don't.
Every single choice that you've come forward to me is all things that will inevitably get you killed. Or the things you say are just so short-sighted, they're going to get you killed.
You're telling me to go to the place that you've told me not to.
Because the other option is being torched up in flame.
You ever wanted to leave Adwick? A number of times. When I got there, I got bombarded. But I couldn't. Not because of the guilt or the
I
supposed...
can't stop him. I don't want to be the one to string you up. Can't bear to go to the grove.
4 days to decide.
Can't bear to hide in a place that you hate. You don't want to die slow. If you want an out, I can give it to you. You just have to ask. If you really feel you have no other choice, if you can't bear to just hide what has been bled for already, and you don't want to burn slow, if living is too much pain, then you need only ask.
This was a mistake.
Your out is right here. Say it. Say it. So I know for a fact that you've given up.
I've not given up.
Then endure. That's all you must do. Endure for now. Endure for now. If he gets his hands on you, no one can help you. It's over. And then everything that you've lost is for nothing. You don't want that. Trust me, I've lived that life. You don't want that. What do you think? I'm whole to wear this. You only put this kind of thing on for a very particular reason. Your friends are right to despise me for it. They know what comes with it. Some things they don't. You do. You've seen it. You've heard it. If I'm warning you, then take heed. Fine. If you want to learn how to defend yourself up close, if you want to learn how to kill things, monsters, I will teach you. I will show you. It will not be easy, and it certainly will not be a quick process. But if you think that's your only choice, it's better than being Ash.
I don't want to run again. That's how he died.
Everyone runs eventually.
If I knew how to fight, there may have been a chance.
If you knew how to fight, you'd probably have died right next to him. Not all fights can be won. Elle. Part of fighting...
I'm tired of people fighting for me.
Part of fighting is knowing what fights you can take and one you need to leave. But fine, I already agreed. I'll teach you how to kill beasts and creatures and predators and things that make mincemeat out of your and my people. I'll show you how to be quick, how to be deadly. Cold, unfeeling, and uncaring. I'll show you how to shut off your mind and rip things from stem to sternum to belly and feel nothing.
Good.
You say
That's where
good.
I need to be.
You say good now, but by the end of it, I promise you, you will curse me.
If it saves someone else, it's worth it.
And then you die. And then the next person
I'll know when
sitting
to run.
here at this table, thinking of your corpse somewhere, saying, if only I knew how to fight, she'd be here. And then some other stupid bastard is going to agree to help them. That happens over and over and over again.
Didn't you say you're gonna teach me when to run?
Part of knowing when to run is when to leave others behind.
I guess I need to start learning.
Haven't you asked enough of me? Never mind.
And what do you need from me?
Nothing. I don't need anything.
I have nothing to offer you.
I don't know what you think that you could give me. Why you think I want anything.
I'm sure you'll think of something.
Not everything has to be a transaction. I came to talk to you because you needed someone to talk to you. Not because I was looking for something from you.
I appreciate it. Sorry for making it transactional.
You're used to it. You're a practical slave to a dryad. Always lied to and told you had free will. Not your fault. Never was. I'm sorry for how much you've lost. And for everything you don't know. And I know that's empty coming from someone like me. I'm morbidly aware. But one
If
day,
it counts for anything, I'm sorry for what you've lost. From someone who's lost.
you have no idea.
I'm sure. What if I was a monster?
I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
For the 10 years, what if I was a monster? Before what I remember.
What if indeed? What are you asking? What I would do?
Yeah.
If I did anything about it, I'd be a hypocrite.
When do we start?
There's a lesser creature I've been tracking. Not so much because I'm worried about what it does here, but because it has similar properties. Are you familiar with what a harpy is?
No.
It is a monster that takes the form of a woman, humanoid in the flesh, is able to fly. Their voices make a rhapsody that takes over your mind. It muddles the senses, it draws you in. A form of the controlling of the mind. It's not exactly what I'm looking for, but perhaps it's a start. Maybe there'll be similarities in behaviors, or perhaps some sort of proof where they are that I might find something. We'll have to go deep into the mountains.
When?
We can start our trek tomorrow.
Alright then. I'll get prepared.
If you're so sure you want to.
I'm not going back on it that quickly.
I would advise you to get small rags you can stuff in your ears to avoid hearing their song. Because if both you and I wind up entranced, then we're dead.
Got it. I still have that potion of yours.
Keep it.
Alright then. Any poisons I should be aware of besides their voice?
Most harpies are not poisonous in any form, though their talons are sharp and can rend flesh with ease.
Light sensitive?
No. Not many other weaknesses I know of.
No chance at ever getting your name. You gave me every other Inquisitor's.
Why does that matter so much to everyone? I don't understand it.
It's a little odd just keep saying your title as your name.
It keeps us distant as it should. At the end of the day, I still am what I am.
You're going to start calling me Maiden?
Only if you force me into a position where I have to identify you.
I've no reason to.
I would hope not. I might be foolish and understanding. Victor is not.
I will not underestimate him.
You know, he's the one who was tasked with the subjugation of the Three Kingdoms.
So you told me.
Your
That's why he wants Erdhard.
friend Erdhard. Do you know what he did to his family?
No.
You've known him all this time and you never knew.
We aren't close.
Give you an idea of the kind of man that Victor is. He's the one who burnt his whole family at the stake in front of him. his wife, his sons, his 9-year-old daughter. That was Victor's way of trying to break a man. And if you think he won't do the same to your friends, this is why I urge you, take heed and be careful.
So 4 days.
If he's still on his path, that puts him at 16, the appropriate number of days ago, then yes, he should be here in 4 days. What?
Just thinking about hiding again.
There's no shame in surviving to fight another day. I've done it.
I spent the last 2 years hiding. In plain sight, nonetheless, but hiding. Only recently I got to start to talk to everyone again.
I understand.
Months.
You haven't.
Thank you for the escort home, Inquisitor.
Yes, of course.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Undoubtedly.
Thank you. I think someone would have stolen this. Guess not.
I couldn't even begin to describe the irony of this entire situation if I tried. I need to stop giving a shit. I'm only making the inevitable so much harder, for no good reason. Have faith.
Conversation, though painful, was ultimately helpful. Leah. Right?
Not too busy to get an ale, is it?
No, I can get that.
Not.
Didn't mean to interrupt your angry whispering.
Well, sad fact is that I'm usually angry, sir, but I use it to channel in creative ways.
How are we being creative tonight, and keep?
Oh, a tavern keeper specialty, offering advice to people who don't ask for it.
What holy advice do you have for me today?
Well, I know next to nothing about you, so you had to tell me your problems first.
I'll require more than 1 cup of ale, I'm afraid.
Yeah, fair enough. Most people do. Yeah. And again, you're not the type to sit and drink until it comes tumbling out. At least.
Oh, I am.
Don't take me for that.
I'm just not out in public.
Fair enough. Well, the good thing about the tavern this late at night is that, well, it's about as private as, say, one of your rooms there in the clinic. Most people have to work tomorrow. They've gone to sleep.
You think the clinic's private, do you?
Well, it's private to me.
And I know that's not the case. I will say that right now I've been told the walls are too thin.
Fair enough. But I suppose it's all a matter of perspective, yes?
Everything
I'm
is.
sure there are secrets that touch those walls that perhaps she and I will never hear about. And of course, it's not our business, so why should we?
Well, there's also a window right above there, and people like to whisper in this corner. It's a bit of a game of the lads to sit at the window and try to figure out what's being said down here. Heard some scandalous things.
Oh,
I
what
can
are some
imagine.
things you've heard?
I don't want to put your business out there, Miss Basil.
I see, so it was about me, understood. I should be used to that.
I jest.
Well, I suppose if we want to get started, I might as well go first. I've got plenty of problems right now. I don't need alcohol to have it spilled out of me like a gushing torrent of water. Believe you me.
Strangely enough, I believe you.
Yeah. For instance, I'm so sick and fucking tired of this robber baron. It's been thorn on our side for fucking a long time now. Yeah. Playing Bandit Lord away in the woods, and now all of a sudden he has an opportunity. And he's decimating our province, all in the name of the people? I don't buy it. Yet still he does it. Why?
Because he has the power to get away with it. That's why. That's the only reason why.
Exactly. Power. That is always what it is about in Gradia.
Have you heard the updates from the front lines at all, where the robber baron's army now sits?
I've heard something about, well, I know for a fact there was a shootout of crossbowmen from robber baron horsemen and local guards just outside the gate, so I can only imagine how far they've come.
Standing at the gate, they're about 800 meters.
8.
The embassy is surrounded. That old Lord Erdart is in there with about 80 men. Bit of a smart old bastard, I suppose. They can't move the siege equipment up because they're afraid that he'll sally out with the few men he has. If they cut the ropes on the things and butcher them or set them on fire, they can't siege notice. So they can't move the siege engines up until they flatten the embassy. Which means the embassy is going to be getting besieged day and night, day and night, day and night. 80 men and one old man are not going to last very long.
No, but it's far longer than we would have had if he'd not done it.
It would have been over with if your barons gave us the clearance to deal with it from the start. Would have swept right down the main road, cleared him out.
Yeah. I don't doubt that for a second, sir, obviously, with your great complement of troops here. But as I'm sure you've learned by now, in Gradia, the appearance is always the thing. Doesn't matter if you can get the job done.
It's not in Gradia, my friend, it's politics. Politics are everywhere. You'll find fucking politics in Agmadrod. I'm sure of it.
Well, I confess I do not know the politics of Agmadrod myself. I'm a Gradian, born and raised, so that is all that I know.
What am I supposed to do with an idiot surgeon? Made a choice. Well, now every single code, every single dictation of military procedure states he must be executed. Or he assisted someone in committing treason. Because he believed that person would take a gamble, change the course of the current conflict. I don't want to execute this fool. I know why he did it. But again, why he did it is the biggest reason why he has to pay for it.
Yeah. Times of war, I suppose that no reason is truly ever good enough, unfortunately. Well, if I had to take a stab at such a thing, purely my own opinion, I might imagine you don't execute him. I mean, he is a surgeon. His skill set is invaluable, and you need him for the war effort.
We have many surgeons
But
on these
give him
ships.
many, but losing one, I would think, is still a nigh uncalculable loss, especially if they're particularly skilled. Or am I misreading the situation?
I'd like to agree with you and keep, but in the Imperium, people are pushed for higher learning in professions a dime a dozen. If he was lost, no one would bat an eye.
Well, I would say execution would make an example of him, most certainly. But, and this is just me spitballing here, it is a lesson that would eventually fade, yes? Time goes on, troops forget who he is. Doesn't become as hard of a sticking point, yes? Say instead, you marked him in some way and allowed him to live. A living testament to those that betray their cause in this way that you've described. A constant reminder to all troops around him.
The point is, when you betray your comrades, your brothers, your sisters, you've forfeited your rights to live amongst them. They did not make a mistake. It wasn't an oops. The man is the sole reason why you lost so many soldiers. Because what was stolen in Keep was the troop positioning of Lord Erhard from the Major's desk, delivered directly to the robber baron by a one Sir Exeter, a traitor Aralandi. Now he should have been stopped as soon as he entered the clinic, but one of my surgeons decided to let him in and aid and abet him. So your province is suffering because of his actions, and your soldiers are dead because of what he did.
Yeah. And I can assure you I will never forgive him for that. But you said yourself you don't wish to execute him. Why is that?
Because I know why he did what he did. He's a good man, but he thinks with his heart rather than his head. It wasn't his decision to make. His choice might have lost you this war. Your head might roll because of him. We can't intervene. Politically, our hands are tied. All because of this one man.
Yes, a most terrible realization. And one I'm likely to have nightmares about as time goes on.
Hey.
Well, you want to keep standing there, or you going to come over the fence?
I was trying to figure out what the conversation was about before I interjected and then maybe interrupted something important.
May I ask, sir, who has the final authority or say on the matter of his execution?
That would be myself. I'm the only person here who can overrule a major.
And your thoughts on the matter is that he's a good man, though he did something incredibly stupid and may have lost us this conflict. Do you think he could redeem himself one day?
I'll ask you that question. When those stones aren't hitting the embassy and they're hitting these houses instead.
Fair enough. Well, most people would say yes. Execute him. Bury him in a shallow grave. Be done with it. Etc., etc. And most people would agree with it. But, me personally, as damning as these crimes are, I honestly don't think I would go through with executing him. Try him, stick him in a cell at the end of the conflict, most certainly.
What's the point of putting him in the cell?
Failures, absolutely.
Are you going to keep him in that cell for the rest of his life?
More than likely, yes.
What's the point?
So he remembers his crimes and has time to mull it over.
That doesn't fix or benefit anything that he's already done. In fact, people still have
Then the
to
only other
look
choice-
after him, feed him, secure him. He's better off dead.
Then the better off dead. By whose measure?
By the amount of resources that someone who does not deserve them would be occupying.
So, death, or give him a chance to move on, redeem himself, which you say is not worth it ultimately. I would say I would give that man a chance.
Do you plan on doing the same for this traitorous extra that gets handed over to your redards?
He will be assessed as such.
I'm not talking
And if
about
he's
who's
found to
assessing
be-
him. I'm talking about you, Innkeep. Would you let him go?
Me personally, I don't know the man. I would have to talk with him first. What? Don't agree with the answer.
That bit of irony is all.
Really?
You seem like the type to be very wary of those with, I believe you've said before, honeyed words and misintent. The hiding of one's true objectives. A man like that easily could do that. Talking to them could just subjugate you to it. But you know of his
certainly,
crimes.
yes.
They're insurmountable. It's not like he stole something or assaulted a commoner. He stole battle plans and gave them to your enemy and got your people killed.
Unquestionably.
So the paper comes to your desk, like it always does, and you have 2 stamps in your hands to kill the man and all.
Ultimately, I do not.
that is likely
Reasoning is simple.
why your dynasty is the way it is. Full of traitors who think that they
Really?
can do what is best. Think what would have happened if your Capitano was executed for the original crimes he had committed. He would have spared the people a great deal of heartache and pain, and taxes. Any of these times that the robber baron came here and flaunted himself to meet with the other barons if they had but captured him and had him executed. This would not have happened. And all these schemers that your county still deals with, the factions within the guards that were still doing what they were doing right up until the moment their leader was executed. None of them were afraid of the law. None of them had respect for the law.
You are a great, wise man.
I hope you don't misinterpret what I'm saying as jabs. They're not meant that way.
No, certainly not. Of course not. It is a reasonable argument. Of course. I will take it as such. But ultimately, it comes down to me personally, sir. I have lived on one side of it, and I have lived on the other side of it. A world where I kill that man without hesitation, and a world where I allow a second chance. And I know which line I would prefer to be standing on.
A fair question and a fair answer. But then my final question is, if they go and do the same thing again, when do we hold you accountable?
Well, unfortunately, man my age, what I've done, I've already been given second chances.
Not you, as in you, but the person who makes the decision. When do they get held accountable? Because now it's past the original offender. He's been allowed to be catastrophic in 2 events. I agree with you in the sense that not every solution is die. But things like this of a catastrophic nature that brings an army to your walls because of a betrayal, that's unforgivable. What the surgeon Ludwig did is unforgivable.
You're right. And as I said, I will never forgive him for it. So I suppose the question now lies with you, sir, since you are the final authority. I personally know that he is a good man and he has done everything in his power to help this town and province. So I would not be above giving him a second chance, but ultimately it's your decision. So what do you think?
I think that the only chance I'd be inclined to give him is one to die for the right cause, rather than lined up against the wall.
A chance at redemption.
I'll help. Yeah, it's not redemption. It's so on paper I can put down that he died honorably rather than inform his family he was a traitor.
That's more than I think most would give him.
Probably. He can help me hunt down that rotted woman, wherever she is.
Then executing him would be a waste of resources.
You're a shrewd man, Innkeep. Makes you wonder what you actually do for a living.
Well, as soon as I figure it out, I'll be happy to tell you, sir.
Very well. swear every time I see you, you're beat up more and more.
It tends to happen in waves. You should have seen me when the Capitano was around.
There's another failure on behalf of the Major Tobman. It was not convincing the Barons to intervene with their Capitano. It was too soft.
Yes, well, ultimately, this entire situation could have been avoided if a certain man out there past the walls would have just kept to his duty and taught those boys to rule when they were boys. Now instead we have this mess. It's unfortunate how life works.
I have no wish to see this town befall the fate that waits for it in the next few days, but so again, there's nothing we can do. He strikes me as a kind of man. But he'll find out every person who spoke out against him. And he doesn't believe in second chances.
No. He's too arrogant for that. Too self-assured of himself. Oh, believe you me, he'll find out very quickly just how critical I was of him.
Yes, I surmise you have the personality to still spew what you think with a noose around your neck.
I don't speak what I feel, and what's the point of being alive?
A brutal truth. Silence begets silence, and nothing improves.
Indeed.
Most enlightening conversation, Innkeep. Perhaps you should rule the province.
That is a good one. Your next drink is free. Just for that.
Thank you. Yes. Can I help you?
Well, you said you wanted to ask me questions later. Was that tomorrow later or tonight later?
Ask you questions. About what exactly?
Yeah. Well, why we all were packed into the clinic, I assume?
Oh, yes.
Unless someone else already told you.
That isn't exactly a small thing. I was told it had to do with the robber barons, man.
We got a whole lot of wood from them because they were all there, and we saved some people there too. I was told I was allowed to tell people.
Yes, well. Good, I suppose. Things are going to get very difficult around here, and likely I will have to pull back onto the ship.
Oh.
The robber barons' men are just over the hill.
Yeah.
700 of them are setting up camp tonight. Setting up palisades, siege engine. The political situation doesn't allow us to intervene.
Right.
There's nothing I can do.
I know.
What? Speak your mind.
I just don't know what to do, because you said there's nothing to do, and then that That sucks, because then I don't know what to do.
You should probably leave town. It'd be the smart thing to do. Find yourself a skiff at Cassetto and head somewhere else.
Just leave everyone here?
Or die with them.
Oh.
It's only going to get worse. A city under siege without resources gets bad fast. People become their own enemy. I could get you out of the province. You wouldn't like it, but it could be done.
Hey, I'll see what everyone else is planning and go from there. I don't want to just leave them. They're like my first friends I've ever made, like in my life. So like
700 wait outside that wall. That wall that's not even complete, has no gate. The Redards have less than 200 men. And 80 of them are wasting their lives in the embassy, getting bombarded to death with the old lord. You're going to live for thousands of years. This will be a wisp in the wind for you. I expected as much. Nothing can change your mind.
And unless I can bring everyone with me,
You would be risky enough. And even then, the way to do it would be to brand you as a slave.
What?
I've thought about it. It would be the only way, really, to convince anyone that you're no longer one. Paperwork from the Redards proving that you were sold, and then paperwork I would be able to drop saying you were released, but only after you were out of Imperial territory. I told you wouldn't like it.
No, I hate it. I know.
I have no solutions. I can't exactly walk out with you.
Would you if you could?
It's a silly thing to ask. After my offer. Perhaps it was foolish.
No, I just... Why?
Why what?
Oh. I don't know. have a question in my mind, but I don't know what the question is. It's just fuzzy and lingering there, and that's all I know.
Is it so hard for you to believe that I'm capable of not wanting people to die?
No, I know you. Why me is, I guess, the question.
Does it matter, really?
When I spend my entire life with everyone finding every excuse to not. I like to know why someone would, you know?
You're so busy thinking about what you should ask. You don't stop to think if you should or shouldn't. Isn't it enough to want to make sure you at least get away from here before you're killed? Why does there need to be a reason behind it? Why do you need confirmation that it's real? It's in front of you. That's in front of you. But you're stubborn. And I can understand that. I would be too. I merely decided that I would try.
Well, thank you for trying.
Are you afraid?
Yeah. Of that? Yeah. I am. I'm really afraid.
You've survived this much, haven't you? As a pirate, no less. Not an easy life. Everything will try and kill you. You've slipped through the cracks till now. Stayed out of death's fingers for a reason. I'm sure you can do it again. It'll be hard. It'll be scary, but perhaps you're only lucky when it really counts. You'll be alright.
Thank you.
I don't know how you can thank someone who's merely standing aside while everyone in this city meets their fate.
I know that you would do something if you could.
You think too highly of me.
Am I wrong?
Partially. I learned a long time ago, you can't save everyone, and I also learned most people aren't worth saving. One day you'll understand it and you'll hate it as much as I do. Hopefully you won't be as bitter.
I've seen some better drown. I hope I'm not like that.
Why would you think you would be? You're not a drow. You're tall. Big difference, I think.
You're right.
Right, right.
Alright, chat. I'm exhausted. I got you to find the onion. My feet hurty. And I'm sleepy. And I'm gonna die. A lot of good talks today, chat. A lot of good talks. Thank you for being here. I love you guys. I'm gonna get some rest. I'll see y'all later. Bye, chat. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye.